Morning, y'all. Hey, it's December 18th, 2024. Got a little Twin Oaks Farm Poultry video log. So, actually, this morning had some farm sales. So, some meat pickup from one of our poultry customers. And then I was on a mission to go get a dehydrator. So, one of the things that we do with the poultry that we make is oftentimes when we take them to the USDA inspected processor for butchering and being made into whole chickens and all the cuts that we get, we'll say to the processor, we want to keep the feet. And so keep the feet means that they'll save all the feet from the process of butchering the chickens, and they'll clean them up and they'll package them up for us in packages of about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of chicken feet. So 1.5 pounds of chicken feet may be about 18 individual chicken feet. So the part that we know is the drumstick is kind of the leg, and so everything from like the drumstick down to the toes is what we get in a chicken foot. So what we do with the chicken feet typically is we take all those and we just dehydrate them, and they make an excellent dog treat. So they're chock full of collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin. They're great for the dog's joints, for the dog's mouth, gums, teeth. Wonderful joint health, wonderful mouth health. In fact, little story on that, our 8-year-old Zushan, which he's a teddy bear dog that's a cross of a Bichon Frise and a Shih Tzu. He is about 8 years old, and here just this summer, one of the times that getting his hair groomed, he's a dog that's considered hypoallergenic because he doesn't shed. So with not shedding, which is, a selective breeding specialization, similar to like the meat birds that we raise, they're kind of a selective breeding specialization genetically. So our designer dogs that don't shed. So Gus, he goes and gets his hair cut because when not shedding, they just grow in all this fur, and it doesn't go anywhere. So eventually it can get tangled, matted. It's very hot for them in the summer. It can be a big problem. So we get him groomed. So the groomer this summer, I had mentioned Gus is going to be 8 years old, and the groomer asked about his age, saying she thought she heard me say he was going to be 8 years old, and I said, yep. And she said, evaluating by the health of his teeth and gums and his mouth, he looked like about a 3-year-old dog. And here's what's interesting about that. We started giving Gus dehydrated chicken feet on a pretty regular basis when he was about 3 years old. So, inferring from that, almost as if his mouth didn't perceptibly age a whole lot from the condition of a young dog's teeth and gums from the time we started feeding him chicken feet as a regular treat. So, at any rate, so we dehydrate them, and we have an order for 120 chicken feet coming up. So we've just filled an order for 45 and another order for 6, and then have this order of 120. So we had 30 ready to go for it, and we got 70 on the dehydrator that we currently have. So we need 20 more, and it takes about 72 hours to dehydrate these appropriately at 158 degrees Fahrenheit for being made into a dog treat. So we need 20 more, and we're down to about a 4-day deadline, and it takes about 3 days to make them. So we don't have time to finish the 70 that are on the dehydrator, pull them off and start 20 more and finish them. So I needed to go get a dehydrator. So hang with me and I'll show you the dehydrator that I went and got. Hold on just a moment. Okay, so in this video mode, we are in basically selfie, so everything's going to look backwards, and also I can't flip the screen to not selfie mode, so we're stuck with it. But basically the deal was I'm staying close to home. The closest town with bigger department type stores is like 25 minutes away. Not driving that. So it was basically like I'm going to my local hardware store hoping that they have one, and whatever they have I'm getting. So that's what I did. So I did find a dehydrator there, food dehydrator. It's multi-trays. It's made by Nesco. Shout out to the Ace Hardware at Smony IGA in Beverly, Ohio. That's where I went to get my food dehydrator. So about $80. Could I have got it cheaper somewhere else? Probably. But on the other hand, could I have just driven 5 minutes and got it somewhere else? No. So no wait time, close to home, didn't cost anything in fuel, wear and tear on tires, etc. essentially to go get it. This one does say made in USA. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's going to be backwards even if you can. And of course, we are on to that made in the USA might mean assembled in the USA with parts manufactured somewhere else. Who knows? But it does say made in the USA, so that's something that is on our radar that we like to find. But so mission accomplished. We got a second dehydrator. We're going to be able to get the chicken feet order on and get it done and meet our deadline for our client for this order. Plus, we'll have a second dehydrator now. We can also make jerky on. We love to make jerky from the ground chicken and from the meat that we raise, that my husband and family raise at the farm a couple miles away from the house as well. So we'll make beef jerky, maybe even some dried like pork sausage, and we'll make the chicken jerky, and we have this for the chicken feet. So we'll have the second dehydrator. Plus, if our first dehydrator goes down because it's been used a lot, then we'll have a backup. But yeah, it's cool. If you can get a hold of chicken feet, you can actually dehydrate them at 158 degrees Fahrenheit for about 72 hours and make great dog treats that most dogs just go bananas for.